Now, I do want to say that as we're gonna dive into episode 3 of The Lion Song, this is an episode all about maths, but I promise it's good anyway. Now that joke that I just did would probably work better if I didn't know that a few of the viewers actually are super good at maths. Yeah, I'm sorry. But we are going to play this episode. This is my favorite episode of the game, and I really think that's a lot of you are going to enjoy it too. I think this has got the best writing, and I think it has the most interesting story. Yeah, let's not dilly-dally. Let's jump right in. Here is Derivation. And yes, we are going to restart. Hoi, Endeavour, how are you doing? Vienna Central Station. I think this is a train. My train. This is my train. You're drunk. Yes? We're all drunk. What's your point? We've been drunk for hours. Didn't you notice? Here now, what's this? We're seeing our friend Fyodor off. We've been saying goodbye since... what is today? He's not going anywhere unless he boards the train. Would you like some help with the steps, sir? Leave me be, I'm perfectly capable of climbing a couple steps. Bye, chums. Oh yeah, I've done this before. Is this train moving? Ta-da! Would you like to take your suitcase with you, sir? Very well, if you insist. All aboard. All aboard for Wiener Neustadt. Hell yeah, more train. Now, we have had these little interludes with the train. That's not going to come back until a little while. But do please bear those bits in mind. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone has had a good week so far, even if I know there's been some in the chat. I hope that we'll be able to have a nice night tonight. You're doing quite well. Also, hello. Welcome in. That's really nice to hear. I think you're all really going to like this episode. I am actually super psyched to show you this. Excuse me, I'm looking for the radius. I'm not sure I understand, madam. The mathematician circle. I'm working on this theory of maintained... And what would a young woman like you want with such an august group of gentlemen? I must speak to Professor Zahler. Professor Zahler cannot be disturbed while they are in session. It's very important that I see him. I'm sure you may think so. But no one disturbs the radius while they are in session. But, madame, this is a cafe. There are patrons lining up behind you to eat. In that case, I also would like to eat. Please show me to a table. Certainly. If you will step to one side, I will seat these people who have been waiting so patiently. Then I will seat you. Once again, this art style is lovely. It's like, I don't know, it's not monochrome. What do you call it, like when you only have like a very limited palette? I can't really... Yeah, I guess it is sepia, wouldn't it be? Yeah, I suppose you're right. I always thought of sepia as being like specifically like a specific type of limited palette. I don't know if it's if it denotes the concept. But I'm also basically an idiot, so I don't know. Right, so I'm gonna assume that because this is the radius, so I assume it's gonna be this door. So we're gonna sneak in. Ah, the radius. No one solved it this week. Have you forgotten, Theorem? Madame, you cannot be in here. This is a private gathering. I am here at Professor Zahler's invitation. You must be mistaken. These are mathematicians. As am I. Please announce me. My name is Rezhniak. I'm gonna go with Rezhniak. I once again should have thought to Rezhnishek. Maybe I should have thought to check this. Rezhnishek. Should we go with Rezhnishek? Rezhnishek. We're gonna have to say it a bunch. Once you understand that, the solution is child's play. Yes, we have dined. You know better than... Rezhnishek? I don't recall... Professor Zahler, I am a mathematician like you. I wrote to you regarding Den's recent proof about Hilbert's third problem. There is some mistake. This is a private discussion of higher mathematics. My letter, name-dropping young woman, is not going to get you anywhere. Mathematics is a complex subject entirely unsuitable for women. Your brains are domestic, not logical. Please escort the woman out, waiter. And see that we are not interrupted again. There, you see? Do you want to get me fired? Please leave at once. Mathematician, like me? Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that. They're gonna get some good old, really old school sexism in this episode. I'm Nicole. I've just moved into the suite on the 4th floor. What's your name? Emma Rezhnizek. I live behind that door you're blocking. My parents are in France. I hate my governess, Frau Schmoll. That's all there is to know about me. I'm sure that isn't all there is to know about you. Well, I'm 9 and my parents are always gone. My father travels all the time for work and my mother goes with him. Now, you may recognize the name if you remember the first episode, but Nicole is indeed mentioned in the first episode. Why don't you go too? They say I'm not strong enough and I need to keep up with my studies. Nicole, it's time for your music lesson. I need to go before Frau Schmoll finds me. It was very nice meeting you. I'm glad you'll be my friend. Oh, she's adorable. There she goes. Ew. Yoho. I think there's only one thing to do here. Yeah, let's go inside. That's one thing that this episode has over the other ones as well. It's got some really nice big pixel art. A state of change can be maintained. I'm sure of it. But how can I prove it? Ugh. Mathematician. Like me. Yes, I am just a woman. But I have a new idea. No one will listen. No one cares. I do love a good chalk on blackboard sound, honestly. It's the beginning of the proof. I know it is. There has to be a solution. I don't know how to continue. Oh, there's a knock on the door. Yes. Package for Emma Rezniak? That's me, thank you. From the hospital. Ooh, it's a box from the hospital. That's not good news. A letter. Dear Fräulein Rezniak, we regret to inform you that your father, Jan Rezniak, succumbed to tuberculosis early Friday morning. As you are aware, his illness was not responding to treatment, and this is the inevitable outcome. We wanted to assure you that he passed peacefully in his sleep, and just the previous evening, his thoughts were of you. We know you share a belief that he has gone to a better place, where his suffering is finally at an end. As you know, your father requested his clothing and personal effect be kept for you. We have therefore included them in this box. You have our sincere condolences for your loss. In sympathy, Johann Klinger, Senior Physician, Sanatorium, Salzburg, Austria. It's your fault, Father. You raised me to believe in myself. You believed in me. But now you're gone. What good is it if no one else does? I need to put his things away. Yeah, this one starts out pretty rough. Well, back to maths. Can't make any headway. It's no use. I have to get to the library. I'm late already. Maybe I could think more clearly. If I wasn't drowning in memories. Papa. Father left me his clothes. Hello, Emma. Right, off to the library. Stop by the cafe on the way back. Tell them what sexist pricks they are. Yes, madame. I would like to dine. Of course, I will show you to a table. Yes? Oh, it's you. Madame, would you like a piece of cake? We have... It would be easy to let myself be tempted. No, thank you. There's some sort of play at the theatre. The cafe offers a wide variety of cake. Far preferred savoury is the cake. I wonder whether they ever considered evaluating political systems to improve upon pre-existing systems. Phew, that's a lot of coats. I estimate 11. It's a bit chilly today. I do love her outfit. Like, I know it's nothing special, but it's just something about like having the those really long dresses. The Radius would never allow women. I love these really long dresses and having like a kind of a jacket or like a waistcoat on top. Always looks really good, I think. This could indeed be the correct beginning, but how to continue? How can I observe functions of change? No. I'm returning Boys' Own Adventures. It was so exciting. Pirates and soldiers and mountain climbers. Your book is overdue, young man. That'll be 2 kronen. Sorry. Thank you. Good day. Turtlenecks are so fancy. I love them. A small boy swallowed some coins and was taken to the hospital. When his grandmother came to see how he was, a nurse said, "No change yet." Why can't I see it? A state of change. That's like a falling leaf suspended in mid-air. It's a fitting image. Excuse me? Is this a good book on gardening? My roses are being difficult. The Art of the Formal Garden by Carl Dorn. Yes, madam. Professor Dorn is a noted botanist. Why aren't there more library games? That feels like there's a lot of potential. Like you could do like a library simulator, or you could do like puzzle games. There's so many things you could do. That's kind of weird, actually. I feel like there's a lot of potential there. Nothing I try is correct. I just don't know how to continue. Almost done with work for the day. Maybe I should get something to eat and just try again tomorrow. Yes. Some food from the market should change things. I'll quickly put these away. My desk, not much else to it. He's reading a physics book. That's the row for books on chemistry. That's the row for books on biology. I don't think there's much else. So, yeah, let's head out. And we're gonna head down to market. Huh. I could have sworn this was the way to the market. I wonder... Women can't be mathematicians. Is it possible I could fool them? But how could I... Father, your clothes. You left them to me. Oh, Father, you left them to me. It wouldn't do for a lady of my age to enter unaccompanied. father left me his clothes. I could use them to pose as a mathematician. They're at home in the wardrobe. But we're gonna go to the market first, because we do still need food. Madame, how can I help you? Is that a pig's head? It is, yes. Okay then. Would you like to buy it? No. Pretty lady, anything for you. What do you have on sale? Everything. I know. Feminist dad, hell yeah. Ooh, what do we want? A kilo of potatoes, please. Yeah, we're just gonna make gratin or something. Yes? I would like to... Speak up, dear. I would like to buy something. Alright, what do you want to buy? Ooh, more pretzels. I love pretzels. Some pretzels, please. Excuse me. How can I help the lady? Your mouth doesn't move when you talk. How do you do that? Long years of rigorous training, my lady. I don't even need to blink anymore. Always vigilant, always at the ready. Shalom, my lady. How about some flowers to brighten up these gloomy times? No, thank you. Flowers never survive long in my hands. I was going to grow some herbs at some point, but I couldn't find the time. Oy vey. Yeah, so part of the reason we love her is bad puns. A fine lady such as yourself would surely be interested in some exquisite ointments, yes? What exactly are you selling? I sell all kinds of useful things. Cures, ointments, and curiosities. The lady might be interested in these eye drops. They make the pupils of the eyes dilate. It is deemed very attractive. The lady could certainly benefit. Oh, fuck off! Excuse me? No disrespect was meant. The noblest of intentions. I only wish to help the lady become, well, more. I am not interested. My mother used such drops, and she nearly went blind. Well, if I'm not going to buy anything, please make room for customers that do. Well, we've bought all the potatoes in Vienna and pretzels. And we're about to have a very carby dinner. It's going to be all carbohydrates aplenty. Now, while we're walking over to the apartment, what have y'all been playing? Personally, I've been sticking into Super Lesbian Animal RPG. It's super cute, very adorable, fun little old school, like kind of a SNES RPG, which I've been enjoying a lot, and we're kind of like the story's really ramping up on that, so I'll be going back to it after this stream probably. But I want to hear what y'all been playing. Is it still Kirby for you? If you're still in the Kirby mode. I do need to get some games, but I'm kind of holding out for Tears of the Kingdom. Papa's clothes. I can use them to pose as a male mathematician and finally get access to the radius. Let's see. Yes. These will make him harder to recognize. Perfect. I can push my hair into the hat. A vest? And I won't be able to take anything off. This will look sharp. These pants will do nicely. Xeno DLC, and no, I don't have any more to play. Oh, you're all Kirby'd out. It's a bit big, but I think that'll work. Excellent. That should do. I can leave the outfit on these chairs. Pretzels and potatoes. Here we go. I can shape my hair to look like sideburns. Hello. Ooh. Have it. Hello, Emil. Tomorrow I'll leave the radius speechless. All right. Now the radius will receive Emil. I could try getting past the mater and into the radius. Now you see we've added a option down here. We can change back and forth. Let's start actually by going to the library. Oh, Rezhnik, always messing with my system. Excuse me? Yes, what is it? I was wondering whether you have the book Elusive Epsilon. Yes, we have it. But unfortunately, I can't seem to find it at the moment. Anything else? Every week a problem? 52 mind-bending problems for the mathematical mind? We have it, but unfortunately it's Lent. Anything else? Tricky trigonometry? I'm sorry, we don't have that one. It's complicated. Anything else? How are you today? Fine. But my colleague, I wish you didn't mess with my system all the time. Very careless. Maybe I can help. I don't think so, unless you can see how the system is supposed to work. It all seems random. It's not random. Just increase the numbers to 6, then start counting at 0 again. What? Go ahead, I'm sure it's right. Really? Goodness gracious. It makes much more sense. Thank you, Herr Shell. My pleasure, Hugo. Oh, how do you... well, no matter. Have a good day, Herr Chanel. You too. I mean, the librarian's desk. Well, it seems like it's fooling people we know. Yeah, pretty rare for the stuttering character. I was trying to do the stutter, but I'm not very good at I'm not good at acting. I'm sorry if I didn't quite nail it. Good afternoon, sir. I believe you're new to our cafe. How can you tell? Oh, I never forget a face. Extraordinary. Well done. How may I assist you? I am Emil. Shell. A visiting mathematician from Berlin. I was told I must introduce myself to the gentleman of the radius. Berlin? How wonderful. Unfortunately, you are the first to arrive. Surely there will be no objection to my waiting in the back room. My dear sir, of course you're welcome to wait for them in the back room. Do you see the door? Ah, the radius. Yes. Very clever. Ha! I thank you. Yeah. Fucking incredible. Passing right away. There we go. Can take a little look around. My god. That is an impressive buttock imprint. I wonder whose seat this is. This seat is very clean compared to the others. I can't stand sitting. Problem of the week. Keeping their minds active. With puzzles posed by Zoller, no doubt. Intriguing. And this week it's about the origin of the number pi. Pi. No. I must prove myself by solving this pi, the radius. So this is one of the puzzles in this game. It's doing maths with your mouse. And this is actually how you can visualize pi really well. So if you see the white line here, we're going to draw it out. So that it's the full circle. And it draws out. And pi is where it ends. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of maths. But it's good anyway, I promise. Ah, if I picture it like that, then it becomes fairly obvious. Pi is the key to the circle. I mean, no, it doesn't make any sense, but you know, it's maths. I know we literally have mathematicians who are regular viewers, but it's still arcane nonsense to me. No, I tell you, that won't work either. The Euler method only works up to a certain point. You never agree with me. Zoller himself couldn't find anything. What have we here? A visitor. You must forgive me, gentlemen. I hope that what I have written here can serve as a calling card. It can indeed, sir. That is quite remarkable. Gernot Zoller at your service. And you are? My name is Emil Schell, from the Friedrich Wilhelms Universität in Berlin. I thought I knew most of the fellows at the University of Berlin. But please feel welcome, sir, to the Radius. You obviously belong. Hell yeah. Hello? They're arguing. I don't want to intrude. Huh. Flashy boobs. Let me introduce myself. My name is Emil Schell. Rouch. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Herr Rouch. What is your field of expertise? Complex analysis. Number theory. A prime combination. Your fields of expertise? Prime? No. I am looking for help with my current thesis. Topic. Functions of change in conjunction with time and states. Not my area of expertise. Goodbye. Good day, my name is Emil Schell. And you are? Good day, Herr Schell. My name is Stefan Nenner. You said you are from the University of Berlin? Yes, that is correct. So you are a lecturer as well? I teach at the University of Vienna in the mathematics faculty. I look forward to comparing notes. Gladly. Yes? What do you teach exactly? I teach discrete mathematics. I also taught a short lesson on something really interesting a few weeks back, about a process called a Markov chain. I try to broaden the horizon of my students every now and then with new theories. What's a Markov chain? I'm so glad you asked. No one around here seems to be interested in discussing new theories anymore. A Markov chain, as Markov himself describes it, is a process where one state transitions to another, with the probability of the next state depending purely on the current one. Consider a drunkard walking on a numbered line. Each step he either moves forward by one or backwards by one. So, the next step or state depends only on his current position, and not where he has stumbled already. Correct. Very interesting. I have a question about one of the other members. What do you want to know? Who is the man sleeping in the corner? That's Irish, the doctor in our circle. Why is he sleeping? He was subtle at first. He just fell asleep one time and no one noticed. Now he feels so at home here that he just falls asleep every afternoon. We've known him for so long, we don't really mind. About the two fellows arguing. Nikic and Worm. Excuse me? Those are their names. The one on the left is Nikic. They don't seem to get along very well. Don't worry, they fight a lot. What about? Math, mostly. Rauch seems taciturn. He wasn't always. He actually has quite a brilliant mind, but he's a horrible teacher. Don't tell him I said that. Tell me about Zoller. What about him? Is he the founder of the Radius? Yes, along with Irish and Rauch. How did the Radius come to be? Well, as far as I know, Zoller was looking for like-minded people, sort of an elite mathematicians, the best of the best, to exchange opinions and theories on all topics mathematical. He had heard about a circle of mathematicians in London, so he decided to found one himself here in Vienna. His Majesty was intrigued and agreed to fund the Radius, as long as it led to mathematical progress. Ulrich and Rauch were quick to join, as were several others. And over time, Worm, then Nikic, then I joined as well. I am looking for some help with my current thesis. What are you working on? Functions of change. I am looking into change states in these kinds of functions. Intriguing. But I don't think I can be much help with that. My focus is on discrete mathematics, unmoving parts of constant systems. Perhaps one of the other members of the Radius could assist you. But the Markov chain that you explained before, it's just that, a process of change. Just because discrete mathematics is my area of expertise doesn't mean I don't enjoy dabbling in all things mathematical. With varying degrees of success. Take care. You too, Shell. I wonder where they got it from. I don't suppose they just make these. It's a picture of the members of the Radius. Ha! I found something. Let's talk to Zoller. Ah, Shell. I myself attended the Berlin University, studied under the great Karl Weissenstrauss himself, a gifted man, and me, of course, his best student. There were others. Ugh, that Russian woman. She wasn't even allowed to audit classes. But never mind that. You must surely know Weissenstrauss as well. Father of modern analysis, they call him. Weierstrass. I'd better learn more about my colleagues in Berlin. Of course, so you see, I'm very selective about the Radius's members. Tell me, do you know many lecturers at the Berlin University? Do you keep in touch with them? Some of them. But I was always very busy with my... Do you know Robert Koch? I'm just asking because... Well, never mind why. Do you know him? No, I'm sorry. Oh, that's a shame. Robert Koch. I should look that name up when I get the time. In case it's important for my ruse. So, Herschel, you are a professor at the Berlin University? Of course you must be, but probably very new to it. Or a supply teacher. Herr Zahler. What? What is it? I would like to talk about my theory. Fine. Let's hear it. Functions of change in conjunction with time and states. Curious. That sounds a lot like my own work. Well, I cannot deal with such distractions at this time. I need to work on my own theories. But do ask the other members. They need the challenge. Shell, I told you I have no time for your distractions. Perhaps one of the other members has time to listen to your theories. Okay, we can't talk to them. He's asleep. We talk to Rouch, I think. Not gonna get much out of everyone now. Okay. Right, well, that was disappointing. None of these brain geniuses could help us. I came here looking for help, but these mathematicians, I'm not certain they can help. If they can't, what will I do? I hope my masquerade isn't a waste of time. Yes? Would you like some coffee? Yes, please. No milk, no sugar. Certainly. Ooh, there's quite a kick to it. Another fabulous mustache. They're arguing. Uh-oh. She noticed me. Ahem. Oh, here we go. we gotta play the ruse. Gotta do this properly. Thank you for holding the door. I trust your visit with the radius was rewarding, huh, Shell? If I could not remember how I was treated, I would not know how to mimic it now. Every change in behavior occurs over time. I'm afraid I don't understand mathematics. You are exactly right. It is mathematics. What is your name? Maurice, sir. Maurice. Yes, of course it would be. All maitre d's are named Maurice. Maurice, you're a genius. Oh, if only my parents had seen that. Yeah. We're inspired. He's such a dapper look. It's much too hot in here dressed like this. Quick now. I must write this down. Days ago I would not have known what the ladies at the cafe expected of me. But just now I remember the gentleman who once opened the door for me. My behavior changed. And that change transpired over... time. Every change occurs over time. That's it. Of course. That's it. Huh? I need to change first. That's a quick change. Emma! Am I interrupting? No, of course not. Today you look much happier. Today I am much happier, Nicole. How are you? The same. I'm always the same. Have your parents returned? No, they've gone into Sweden. Nicole! It is time for your history lesson. History. I hate history. It never changes. There she goes. Nicole! Hell yeah. So change happens over time. Let's go to the library. Alright now, Emma. Concentrate. Every change occurs over time. So to preserve a state in that change, I need to know how it's changing? It's a good thought. But I'm missing something else. Alright, try something else. To preserve a state in a change, do you have Freud's jokes and their relation to the unconscious? Yes, of course. It should be in the psychology section. What about... Oh yes. 3 essays on the theory of sexuality? The sex book. The sex book? Never mind. Oh, we scared him off. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, man. Oh, I feel bad. I should have said it was a waiting list, but I couldn't help myself being cheeky. I should try another approach. I know, I feel bad now. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. It was too funny to say that, but I should have just said it was a waiting list. To preserve a state and a change, I need to slow it down? Where and how? What am I missing? Alright, try something else. To preserve a state and a change... How are you today, Frau Reznik? I'll be Herr Wittgenstein. I heard about your father. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. You're back from Manchester? Only for a few days. I wanted to return Russell's Principle of Mathematics and Frege's Grundgesetze der Arithmetik. Were they helpful? I've only read Frege's book. Or Frege's, I don't actually know. At first I believed the books were in conflict. While I was in England I studied them again and again. I almost gave up on them. It wasn't until crossing the channel, after putting both books down for a while, that I began to see the commonalities. If only I could find the right words to describe to you what that felt like. If you don't know how to talk about it, maybe you shouldn't. Whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must be silent. Good philosophy, Frau Reznik. Good day to you. Good day, Herr Wittgenstein. The change in his thinking came from observations. At first he was too close, but then... he changed his perspective. When did Ludwig see the commonalities between the two books? On the ferry across the channel. That's it. His change of mind came about in the few hours between Dover and Calais. Or Calais, I suppose it is. A change can only be observed in a certain time frame. I need to go home and write this down. I don't think he understands too much of what he's reading. Alright. I feel so bad for embarrassing sex man. Pardon me? I'm looking for an address. Salvatore Gaza. Am I heading in the right direction? Yes, you are. The building is just there. You know someone who lives there? Yes, my niece Nicole. I visited her a couple of times before. Look who it is! It's our buddy from the first episode. But I still get lost in the city. Ah, I know her. She's my friend. I try to spend as much time with her as I can. Oh, that is very kind of you, madame. I'm so glad Nicole has a friend. Thank you. Please tell me, how is she? Is she happy? Not really, no. You are her uncle, you say? To be honest, no. My sister and her husband travel a great deal. Are they looking after her? She is alone much of the time. Alone? How dreadful. Thank you for being so honest. If you'll excuse me. Of course, let's go. We're gonna go out as our boy. Gonna go boy mode, head out for a bit. Let's go to the market, see what's up here. Ugh. I'm so glad I don't know. I'm picking my nose right now. I'm horrible and stuffy. Ugh, I'm so glad you can't see. I need to write down my new idea. You have anything we can talk about? How about some hearty vegetables, dear Herr? Apologies, but what does this say on this blackboard? Oh, is it not readable? I thought it was very well written. It says 125 grams of chanterelles for 50 heller, and 250 grams of bollets for 1 krona. I see, thank you. But why the potato drawing at the top? Potato? That's a mushroom. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's get some chanterelles. I don't personally like mushrooms, but fuck it, we gotta eat something. We can't subsist entirely on potatoes. A stern-looking man. Right, let's talk to these pricks again. The Euler method only works to a certain point. Nonsense. You've probably just made a mistake somewhere. Why, you... Again, no one can solve the problem? Ah, Shell. Why don't you try your luck with this week's problem? Zala is making them harder every week. Well, of course. So, get to it. We're trying to find correlations between primes. Numerology, not my strong suit. There's something here. Sometimes these straight lines appear. Almost as if the numbers have a certain pattern to them. I think they do. If I extrapolate Is that a new method to find primes? It looks conclusive. So again, gentlemen, our guest from Berlin triumphs. The luck of the Germans is with him. Nonsense, our colleague has a gift. That is clear. I agree. It's quite remarkable. Gentlemen, gentlemen. It is only in your company that I flourish. Is he trying to ridicule us? No, you misunderstand. He might have already. You just didn't notice. I assure you. From the hospital, sir. Gentlemen, you must excuse me. Herr Schell, would you like to join me outside? Some Sackertorte and coffee, perhaps? My treat. Certainly. Hell yeah, sugar cake, baby! Nothing helps me do maths like a sugar high, and I already had coffee, so fuck it. I need to get some decaf coffee. I'm really in the mood for coffee, but I can't drink coffee at 8 o'clock at night. I need to get some decaf. Look who it is! Do we recognize this chap? He seems busy drawing something. I don't want to intrude. Do you recognize this scene? What was that all about? Back in the radius. His older sister is terminally ill with tuberculosis. I'm truly sorry to hear that. My father died of it. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. No, it sounds like the reasoning of someone who has really bad insomnia that gets exacerbated by caffeine. Ugh. But no, I know. The weakness of my flesh once again betrays me. I should... Father always encouraged me, believed in me. I became a mathematician because of him. I'm glad he did. I got to meet you because of him. Oh my god, is he gay for us? I am intrigued by your notions of change. States of change and the collapse of such changes. States. I admit I'm struggling with it. I might have bitten on more than I can chew. I don't think so. Just wait until we get our cake, and I'll show you what it looks like. To bite off more than one can chew. Yeah, hell yeah. If you really feel that way, I probably shouldn't mention it, but this is Alder's field too. But he is a proud man, and he may be disinclined to help. I believe he's beginning to consider you a rival. You might try Irish. He's done some similar work. Every time I approach him, I find him asleep. Yes, he does enjoy his afternoon naps. Difficult wall to breach. Would you look at my equations? I would value your opinion. If you like, but I assure you this is outside my expertise. Thank you, Nenner. You're a good friend. Gentlemen, please pardon the intrusion. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Franz Markert. The artist? Sir, this is an honor. What can we do for you? About your friend here, Herr Schell. Emil Schell. You must forgive me, but I have been studying you from across the room. Oh? The layers of you are... contradictory somehow. Layers? Contradictory? Not at war with one another, but a duality. Changing. At first I thought one thing, but later I saw another in conflict with the first. Changing, you say? I must paint you. Crossover, hell yeah. And we're gonna say yes, because we did it before. We're not gonna cause a time paradox. Excellent. You present a challenge I've never faced before. But I promise you, I will capture you. My workshop is at Hollandstrasse 10. Please come at your earliest convenience. Gentlemen, pray continue your luncheon. Now we kind of know what that duality was all about. In the beginning, he thought differently about me than in the end. I must leave now. Go along. I might just help myself to another piece of Sachertorte. I need to go home and write this down. He seems to be contemplating whether or not to order another piece of cake. Right, write this shit down. I need to get out of these uncomfortable clothes. God, I wish I could wear high-waisted trousers. Anyway. Wittgenstein's thinking changed. He observed a change in a given time frame. A change can only be observed in a given time frame. Of course, I can only see a falling leaf while it is still falling. Better get to work on the other proof. The painter, when he first observed me, he thought one thing, but then he changed his mind. Yes, every change has an origin and a destination state. A falling leaf starts still attached to his branch, and just a few moments later it rests on the ground. Finally, I can build a relationship between these states in my theory. Yes. It's starting to come together. I can feel it. Now, to meet the painter. But not like this. Yeah, that's better. Well, if you remember, what you're saying about blowing your cover, if you'll remember, this went a certain way when we played it in the second episode. You see far too much, sir. Yeah, that went about as expected. Phew. That did not go as I had hoped. But now we get the context. We get the other side of why they decided to do that. Why they got freaked out. Because their masquerade was... their mask was about to fall. Right, let's go to the cafe first. We'll stop on our way to work. So I want to see if there is anyone that we can talk to before we go into the library. The radius. I do appreciate that I had to pass some time to the members of the radius arrive. I do appreciate that they're it's pretty clear that like these old math farts are nowhere near as clever as they think they are. Oh, but look who's here. Where is everybody? Not here. Oh, do you know when the others will arrive? Later. Nenner is holding classes. Should be here shortly. Eilish is at the library. Studying. Nikish and Worm are always late. Not sure about Zoller. Well, your field of expertise is number theory, yes? Correct. I would like your opinion on the state of my research. I believe that every change has an origin and a destination state. It matches functions based in complex analysis. Origin plus change equals destination. You're on something. Something profound. Continue. Thank you, Rouch. I guess I'll come back later. Goodbye. This is like a big puff of smoke he lives inside. Alright, well, we had a chit chat with him, so let's head to the library. Because we did hear that one of the other Radius members is there. Let's see if we can catch him and have a chat with him. A change has a beginning and an end state. But what if I can't see the end? What if we can't see the end? I can't see the end. So basically, we're in the sort of process of change. We're currently in the trying so hard and getting so far state before we reach the it doesn't even matter end destination. Good day, Hugo. How are you doing today? Good day, Herschel. How can I help you? I was wondering... Shell, what a surprise. Oh. Hello, Ulrich. I came here to get some kind of advantage for the next problem of the week, but even here you best me. You're always fast asleep. I didn't know you cared. Of course I care. 1 minute I doze off, or thinking about the solution to the problem. Next I wake up, the problem solved, with you quite smug next to it. How do you do it? Well, the change transpires while you're asleep. Without observation during your time frame, the change must seem instantaneous. Well, yes, but... You're right. If I were to be awake while you solve the problem, I could observe the change myself. Exactly. You give me something to think about. I will see you later in the radius, yes? Could you please keep it down next time? Several returned books. I'll put them away in a minute. Rezhnizek, never shelving the returns. Excuse me? Ah, Herschel. How can I help you? Do you have something from or about a Robert Koch? Let me take a look. Let me look that up for you. Ah, yes. We have a copy of the Etiology of Tuberculosis. A short article Koch published in the Berlin Clinical Weekly. Thank you. I'll just quickly skim through it if that's alright. Of course. So Robert Koch is a physician and microbiologist. Oh! For his groundbreaking research on tuberculosis, he received a Nobel Prize in Medicine. So Solomon must have been interested in getting to know Koch because of his ill sister. Anything else? Karl Weierstrass. Let me look that up for you. I have several works by and about him. The one most often lent by us is Fear of Able Functions. What is it about? Well, I'm not an expert on maths, but it seems to be some kind of an analytical functions. Interesting. I might borrow it another time. Certainly. Do any of the works mention a lady student of his? One moment. Surprisingly, yes. A woman called Sofia Kovalyeskov. I have that literally I did not get that name right. I apologize. I'm very bad with these names. I'm sorry. I think did we ask it? Oh yeah, let's ask about her as well. Let's ask about her as well. I only found one rather recent newspaper article about her. Here you go. Oh, an obituary. Sofia Kovalevskaya, aged 41 years, first female professor of mathematics, beloved mother and sister, died Tuesday morning of influenza. First female professor of mathematics? No, nothing more. Right, set out. I want to change it to Emma and just see what the... oh, we can go to work. I'll quickly put these away. He was complaining about us not putting them away. And he just fucking left them. That man is a regular. I'm stuck. Right, that was it. We worked for 2 minutes. Maybe I could reflect on my findings with the members of the radius. Right, change back in. Oh, I should say as well, I think I've told some of you already, but hopefully in a few weeks, probably about 2 weeks, drinking too much coffee can cause a lot of problems. Ugh. I'm planning on doing another charity stream again, and it's probably going to be in 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to post more information about that on the Discord and everything as I have plans. But it's I'm really excited about it because it's been almost 2 years since I did the last one. And this time it's going to be the first time that I have some friends. Join me. Oh, Dumpressa, thank you for the posture check. I was shrimping, so thank you very much. I'm going to stretch as well. Oh, doing a big stretch. Oh, also welcome in. Hope you're doing okay. But yes, I've got a couple of guests lined up already, and there are a few people who I intend to ask to join me as well. It's going to be a really cool marathon stream. Full day of some cool surprises and stuff. But more information on that is going to come as it comes. Just got off work and about to enjoy a 3-day weekend. Congratulations! I've also got a 3-day weekend coming up, but I've got to work tomorrow still. Shell. Zoller's at the hospital again. His poor sister. Are you alright? Don't worry about the cough. It's just a smoke. Shell? Emil, I'm sorry. Your Fury. Oh no, what is he gonna say about our Fury? I feel so far out of my depth from drowning in variables. Forgive me, my friend. I appreciate you taking the time. Do you have the papers I gave you? Now, don't be angry. I gave them to Zoller. He's your best chance. Haven't you seen the way he studies me now? How many of them do? They watch every move I make. They want to see me trip up. I'm sure you're wrong. I'd like you to address my class. Me? But what can I talk about? Maff, you ninny. I wouldn't expect you to expound upon the care and feeding of Lipizzan horses. Well, will you do it? Let me think about it. Very well, but please say yes before you return to Berlin. Berlin? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Ah, great. The nightbot isn't working again. Fuck's sake. Alright, well. There we go. Alright, Irish. Are you sleeping? Yeah. Still sleeping. No, 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 you Serbian fool. Can't you see that the equation is solved? Can't you see that all the variables are still unsolved? Uzi! Hello! Yeah, I like Nanner. Nanner's nice. Gentlemen, why don't you just ask Emil here? I'm sure he can end your disagreement with a single stroke. Where would be the fun in that? Exactly. My god, they've just agreed. They're both right. Oh, here we go again. It's time to maff these sons of bitches right up. Oh, check it in between medial points. Medial points. Okay. Oh. And so stream. Oh, it's so nice to have you in. It's always such a pleasure to see you. I hope you're doing well, Uzi. Medical, that makes more sense. Oh, I hope they're okay. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Well, the best of luck to you. But it's always a pleasure to have you in the chat. At first, it might be unsolved, but in time, it will be finished. That's it. Shell? What? I'm sorry. I can't stay right now. We've had a math epiphany. A math-funny. Or something. Standard checkup, make sure shots are up to date, legal paperwork for disability. Ah, cool, cool, cool. I actually have I have my blood test tomorrow. My quarterly. So yeah, it's also the same kind of standard checkup, but I hope it goes well still. Right. Let's take a look at the blackboard. Nikish and Worm argued whether the result of the equation was already found or not. So in a given time frame, a change can be ongoing. At the moment of observation, the change can either be final or ongoing. Yes! The falling leaf doesn't stop falling just because I stop looking at it. But where will the change lead then? Nicole! I know what this looks like. Yes. The last few weeks I saw Mr. going into your apartment. A lot. I thought you were just having an affair with an impossibly handsome man. I didn't understand why you wouldn't introduce me. It would have been difficult. That's for sure. Nicole, give me a moment to change. Then I'll try to explain. I'm not playing dress up. You're not? Emma? What do you want me to call you then? I don't know anymore. On some days I feel like Emma, but on others like Emil. I know. I'll call you M. That's what you both have in common. M. I like that. I wish I could go live with Uncle Leos again. We tried it, but he was too busy running the inn. I'm sure he would love for you to stay with him, if it were possible. I know. Maybe someday. Right? Where are your parents? New York. Nicole, do you understand why I dress as a man sometimes? I think so. And I won't tell. You can't do what you want either. You can't be who you are. Who you feel you are. It shouldn't matter if you have a dream. Everyone dreams. Everyone should have the right to try to make their dream come true. Look, there's little Gustav. I know, it is so cute. His name means warrior. I wonder if he dreams of being a soldier. He can be if he wants to. No, he told me he dreams of desert mostly. Why must only men go to war? I don't know. Anyone who has gotten on the wrong side of Frau Kunster would not want to meet her on a battlefield. There's Mrs. Durfel. She's a music student. I bet she dreams of playing in a big concert hall someday. She has the talent women are allowed to have. But did you know only men can be first violin in an orchestra? I think we should have lots of dreams, and all of them should come true. That would be wonderful. Wouldn't it? What's the matter? You look funny. What we become, it doesn't have to be a single dream. You're right. In a change, goodness gracious, in a change, the destination could be a set of states. Nicole, you're a miracle. Nicole, where are you? It's time for your sewing lesson. Sewing? Yuck. Emma, you just saw it. Perfectly formed. Remember, the destination state can be... The destination state of observation can be a set of states. Of course. If I turn away while watching the falling leaf, it could land, yes. But it could be picked up by a gust of wind, or disintegrate into dust. Haha! Not too likely, I'm afraid. Oh, Emma, you're almost there. Almost there. Oh, we're mathing so hard. Kara, I need your help. Your advice once again, dear sister. Ever since childhood I've relied on you. I can't stop now. It's this strange Berliner who's been allowed into the radius. He vexes me. Days have turned to weeks and he shows no sign of leaving us. And leave us he must. He's a cancer eating at our little troop. The other fellows resent him. Each time he solves the problem of the weak, I can see the contempt for us in his eyes. And now, this. This. Nene gave me Shell's current research. It's my field after all. But Shell would never ask me for help. No. It's good, Kara. think I see where he's heading though. And it's a dead end. I think I could help him, but I hesitate. Why? Because I fear him. I fear he will prove it. He's not there yet. But one day, sooner rather than later, he would cast all of my work into shadow. I can't allow that to happen, can I? No, you're right as always. I can't allow it. First, I will appeal to his sense of justice. I may be able to convince him to turn away from this line of research and return to Berlin. Hello, Theo. If not, I must defend myself. You understand that, don't you? Your brother Gernot must defend his honor. Our family honor. I'll go to him. His address is on the papers Nenner gave me. I'll go. Reason with him. And if he refuses to listen to reason, why, in that case, I will destroy him. That was very loud. Just play nice, I know. We're all bros here. We're all math bros here. We're all bros of math. Those turnips are fresh off the truck. I never know how to prepare turnips. They're like wood. Ah. You cook? Peculiar. There's a trick, you see. Most people boil the turnips for 40 minutes or so, depending upon how big they are, and leave it at that. That softens them up. But you aren't done yet. If you're not careful, they lose their flavor. Another reason I've avoided them. I don't boil, I roast. I cube the turnips and roast them for the same length of time. But there is a secondary step. If you fail to do it, they will still not appeal. I'm not convinced. Just wait, hear me out. When the roasted cubes are soft and golden brown, I toss them with some apple cider vinegar and parsley. The vinegar locks in and enhances the flavor. I don't have time for a secondary step. That sounds like it would take ages. It sounds... Wait. Turnip maths. It's like Animal Crossing. We're doing maths with turnips. To maintain the flavor, a secondary change is required. Now you have it. Would you buy one? One? I'll buy two. Free. No, a dozen. Now, what did the vegetable vendor say? He talked about changing a state? He cut them into cubes, but then... No, that's not it. He talked about turnips. He wouldn't stop going on about turnips. Turnips, turnips, turnips. What else? Maintaining a state. Yes. What was it he did to keep the flavor in the turnips? Ah. To maintain a state of a change. Nicole, I'm glad you're here. We're gonna cook turnips. Turnips? You know I hate cooking, Emma. Emma? Shell is... that woman. Oh, this changes everything. That's not good. Ruh-roh. Yeah. That ain't good. We have no weekly challenge this week because Zoller has lost faith in us. Lost faith in you, possibly. Zoller knows there will always be a place for an applied mathematician like me. Emil? Have you decided, Emil? Will you speak to my class? I will. Thank you. Will tomorrow evening be convenient? My class meets at 7. Yes, my friend, I will be there. Shell. I have read your research. It is claptrap. To meanderings of an unfocused, illogical mind. Why are you so angry? Oh my god. Come and sit here then. We can do maths together. You're wrong, Professor. I'm much further along since I wrote those notes. I can hear the lion's song. I believe I'm very close to a solution. Then let us put it to the test, shall we? A debate at the university at your earliest convenience. If you are man enough. I was hoping you could help me with the equation. You're a fraud, Shell. Your hesitation proves it. I'm speaking to Professor Nenner's class tomorrow evening at 7. Will that be soon enough? That will do nicely, but it should not be confined to Professor Nenner's class. We will debate in the main lecture hall, before the mathematics faculty and students of the University of Vienna. Do you agree? I agree. Why, Zoller? You're wrong to do this. All will become clear tomorrow, Nenner, and I promise you will be surprised. And then finally, all will be as it should be again. Uh-huh. Can you stop it? Goodness. He is being very noisy. I'm sorry if you can pick it picks up on the mic. What is it, baby? What can I do for you? Come on, sweetheart. My loveliest boy. Ruh-roh. Give me a light. You forgot to take off Emil's glasses. Oh my god, honey. Please. We're muffing here. I'm Emil as well as Emma. I'm not one or the other. Your name is Emma? Rezhnizek. The first time I visited the Radius, I was dressed as you see me now. I'm sorry. I remember a brief interruption. A woman. I don't remember what she looked like. There's no reason you would. It was a woman. Does Zoller know? No. No one does except the little girl upstairs. My friend. Will you come in? It would not be proper. I don't understand. We're friends. It looks a little bit like the, the Mulan meme. Like, I can't believe I was attracted to a chick. think it's got that vibe to it. Emil and I are friends. You are Emma. The two of us together in your room alone? It wouldn't be right, but I understand, I think. I also am not what I pretend to be. Oh, thank you for the sippy. Oh, did the head pats not work? Hang on, why did the head pats not work? There we go, I'll do... Right, I'll do one for you. Thank you for the head pats, and also thank you for having a sippy. I will take one right now. Okay, I'll have to fix the head pats. Fuck's sake. Okay, thank you for letting me know about that. Are you going through with the debate? Oh yes, I promise you I'll be there. Then I hope Zola doesn't find out. He would crucify you. I'm never gonna deny you head pats. How are you doing? I'm good, that's good. I'm so glad to hear it. Right, we're about to have a big old maths debate. This is my favorite part of the game. Where is he? Professor Shell appears to be late. I cannot say I'm entirely surprised. However, we will wait and hope a few minutes more. Oh, I'll be wet. Gasp! I think that's Professor Shell. Shell is a woman? Professor Shell? At last we have you in your true colors. If that is even your real name. My name is M. Now, notice that her speech color has changed. M? 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 Have you ever heard a name like that? Maybe it's short after emancipated. What sort of name is that? For a woman? Ha! A woman. I am here to debate mathematics, not gender. Gentlemen, I'm sure you agree this fast should be called off. I disagree, Professor. You're a junior professor. You should take care. Let her speak, we disagree. I'm a professor of mathematics. What we teach, what they came to learn. Would you deny them that opportunity? They will learn nothing here from that woman. Then would you deny them the opportunity to learn from you? We want to learn. Let us learn. I defer to my colleagues. Gentlemen, the last time I checked, this was an institute of learning. May the students learn? Well, the students seem fucking wild about learning. Gentlemen, to avoid a revolution, I suggest we let the debate continue. I agree. So be it. This ends now. They're really horny for learning. They're like, oh, woo, let me learn. Oh, ooh, ooh, I need to learn maths. Oh, please let me learn maths. I need to learn maths from a sexy NB, please. I've read your sorry attempts to come up with a theory of change. Ahem. Maintaining a state of change? Preposterous. Is it? What you read was incomplete. I could see that. But where your proof was headed, utterly amateurish. Do you know what they're talking about? No. I will disprove your theory. Right here. Right now. And I will prove it. Let's begin with the foundations of your, dare I call it, paper. Ooh, let me learn. Hell yeah, we're mathing. We've got a math off happening. There's a number of things to notice about change. First and foremost, change happens over time. Well, that's obvious. Yet I don't see it on your side. Imagine a falling leaf. It's falling over time. I like the dramatic math jump scare. That makes sense. She's right. Zara looks like he's going to explode. Ah, so that's what she meant. Yes, I knew that, of course. The next step then. Now hold on just a moment. This point right here. For that to work, you have to establish a range of reference. Shell once mentioned your exact point long before you did. He did? That is surprising. Nonetheless. Yes, that's from my theory. Well, I can't see it here. Only then can you see the states in every change. Yes, yes. We know. At the moment of observation, a change can be final or ongoing. Look at this prick. And your time is almost up. For if the change is indeed ongoing, by the time you finished observing it, it would be final yet ongoing. And that, madame, is what we call a paradox. Have we really been outmathed? M. There it is. Shell M is a fraud. What happened? I was so sure. I saw it. There must be more to it. Wait a moment. Now. Yeah, nothing worse than being outmathed. Also, hello, Gamatron. There's a mistake in your thinking. Mistake? If you write it like this... Oh, please. You're making a fool of yourself. Change your perspective. See? I suppose one could. Correct. Zal, you know it is. Let me move over. Let me check that. No, no. You don't really need to. If I stop observing it while it's still falling, the leaf might land on the ground, or it could be picked up by a gust of wind. How poetic. Ha. So you know something about changing. No wonder. You are constantly changing from one disguise to another. What's that got to do with anything? Oh, that's low. Wondering what to wear, I bet. Your little addendum changes nothing. Oh, we got the audience on our side though. You're either one or the other. Two states. Nothing in between. Well, there can be more than one destination state. That's what I've been trying to say. During the observation, a change can be final or ongoing. We can't be certain of all the states, but I can prove the existence of such states. So, this is really about gender? Could you move a bit? He probably is, to be fair. Oh, this is nonsense. I've read your paper. Your theory has more holes than Gouda cheese. You're thinking of Edam. Enough of this. I know you can't prove it. Your theory was incomplete. You were nowhere close to the proof. A state of change cannot be maintained. It can be maintained. Changing from Emma to Emil, and from Emil to Emma. A secondary inverse change. I am Emma and Emil. I am Emma and Emil. I am the proof. And that's how we prove that non-binary people exist with maths. No. That isn't... That's brilliant. I respect your effort, Professor. Without Professor Zoller's help, I would never have arrived at a solution to a problem that has haunted me for years. He was courageous enough to risk his reputation and face me in debate in his field. Ask yourselves, how many of you would have been fearless enough to do that? If I was still wearing my top hat, I would take it off and salute him. Now it's time to make peace. Let us be bold in our theories and in who we are. And keep looking for truth with an open mind. I'm so heckin' valid. They're so cool. Right here. When I looked through that window, it hit me. At the time, I couldn't fathom what would happen, of course. My theory of change. My own change. So this is where Shell began. Yes. This isn't easy for me. But I thank you for not ridiculing me in front of the faculty. You're a worthy mathematician, Professor Rezhenik. But enough dwelling on the past. We have theories to postulate, you and I. I can rely on you for that, no? As long as our theories stay real. These wordplays are not funny. Am I being too irrational? Ugh. Wait. Not to worry, I still have some more. What have I gotten myself into? Yes! I know, I love this bit. I'm kind of bummed that Zoe wasn't here to see it, but maybe she'll see the VOD. But I'm so glad that you got to see this because I love this episode. I love the ending to it. I think it's great. 71% also spent equal time as a mill. Yeah, we switched them pretty much back and forth. I like that she made all the friends. Yes. 91% of what's agreed to be painted. "47% became friends with Nicole." That's weird. It's like half and half. But I feel like that makes, obviously, you want to be friends with her. 93% agreed to speak in front of class. Yes, we were definitely in the majority there. 89% decided to spare Zal or two. Yeah, I feel like that makes sense. Pretty evenly spread, I would say. Like we were pretty much in the majority for everyone there. And now we got the final episode, and this one is a pretty short one, so we're gonna do it right away. 89% kings. We gotta be the bigger man, obviously. We get this little trailer for Closure, and Closure is a much shorter chapter, so we're gonna do that one right away. We're gonna restart Closure. Here we go. Actually, let me double check one thing very quick, because I realized we've gone a little bit longer than I thought, so I'm going to see just how long this is. We might want to do this next time. Give me one sec. Oh, just because I don't want, if this is like an hour long, I think maybe that's a bit much. Maybe we can do that one for the next time. I don't think so though. I think this one should be pretty quick. Right. Wiener Neustadt train station. It's time. What was my compartment again? Oh, where's my blasted ticket? What compartment did it say? Was it a 9? I must be in the wrong car. Is this? Oh, excuse me. Not the right one. Good day. Oh, I'm sorry. Handbag is a mess at the moment. Yeah, I'm pretty good with not having a messy handbag, but I can still relate. I'm messy pretty much everywhere else. He seems quite engrossed in that book. I'm not in the mood for a conversation anyway. I just want to find the right compartment. If I thought there was a 9, I'll try 6, because that could be mistaken for a 9. Oh! That was a 6, not a 9. This is the right compartment. It's all the people we've seen at the beginning of each episode. Is the seat taken? How far are you going? All the way to the end of the line. Aren't we all? So foreclosures. I think this episode should be just under an hour, which will make this a slightly longer stream, but we'll do it now rather than having a super short stream next time. I best not disturb him until he's done checking his belongings. I think this book fell out of your luggage. Oh, thanks. I believe this is yours? Thank you. Yours? Photograph of a few students. He must have dropped it. Your photograph? Oh, yes. Thank you. Excuse me. Yes? That photo. Who are the people next to you? That's Professor Rezhnishek in her class. Her? The first woman lecturer in mathematics at the university. That's me in the front there. She was one of the best lecturers I had at the university. I remember her duel with Zoller. I wouldn't have been so lenient with him. They worked together afterwards? Yes, for a while. But his sister died of tuberculosis soon after the duel. He became a prominent supporter of the tuberculosis research. I had no idea. Professor Rednishek was funny too. She always managed to make us understand highly complex subjects. And she told great jokes too. That way, the change can be maintained, forming a new state over time. Theodore, do you understand what we just heard? You didn't pay any attention again, did you? No, I did, but it was far easier to follow Professor Nenner's lessons. Oh, don't pretend. Professor Rezhnishek is an exceptional teacher, even as a substitute. Look, here, it's easy. Remember her joke at the start of the lesson? Which one? What do you get when you cross a mosquito with a mountain climber? Nothing. You can't cross a vector and a scalar. Vector and a scalar. Haha. But how's that supposed to help me understand? I don't know. I just like to joke. It's all about change. Yeah, I kind of got that. I have no clue what I was trying to write down here. Looks like something about monkeys? And is that a drawing of a cake with the symbol pi on it? Of course it is. Look, here. The destination of the secondary change is the inverse function of change. What? Imagine a dog that really needs to pee. Just listen for a second, would you? If the dog pees, the liquid will be gone. That's genius. Oh, for crying out loud. I wasn't finished, you blockhead. Oh, right. Go on. So Rezhnishek theory basically asks the question, can the amount of liquid change but stay the same? And the question is answered by the secondary change. If the dog drinks water while peeing, the amount of liquid would stay the same, hence forming a new state over time, a Rezhnishek state. I think your explanation is all wet. I give you higher mathematics, you give me puns. Why are you being stupid about it? It's your parents' dog. Aww. Oh. Well, I'm just here for the jokes. And that is what separates us from the other sciences. We are looking beyond how something appears. We look for a deeper truth about the world. In everything it is and everything it could be. That reminds me of a joke. A theologian, a physicist, and a mathematician watch 3 people go into an empty room. After a while, 5 people exit the room. The theologian exclaims, "It's a miracle." The physicist scoffs. Clearly there's been a measuring error. Finally, the mathematician proclaims, "If another 2 go in, no one would be in the room." I don't think you're surrounded by mathematicians here. Maybe not. But she did change a lot at the university. I remember my cousin wanted to study physics. Yeah, no, I don't get it either. May I help you, sir? I'm here to speak to a member of the Radius. Are you indeed? They're a private gathering and are not to be disturbed. Especially by a student. Fine. Then I would like to use the lavatory. If that's alright with you. Surely not. I will not be fooled again. Ugh. It is very important that I see the Radius. Young man, you are not getting into that room unless you pass a test. I've had some bad experiences in the past. Very well, what's your test? Tell me the names of the 3 members of the Radius. Professor Rauch. Correct. Professor Worm. Correct. Professor Shell. Incorrect. There is no Professor Shell in the Radius. Of course there is. That's who I want to see. There is no one by that name in the Radius. Good day. Wait. Oh. I meant, of course, Professor Reginek. How could you forget Miss Emma? I don't know. She is the heart and the soul of the Radius. Lovely woman. Oh, you prick. Well, may I enter now? No. What? Why not? I passed your test. Well, perhaps. But no, you called Fräulein Emma by the wrong name. So you mustn't know her very well. Which means I will not let you enter the Radius. Please leave now. Ugh. What's wrong? Can't find the door? Fine, I won't bother the Radius, but I am hungry and thirsty. I would like a seat. You would not send away a paying customer, would you? Oh, yeah, I get it now. Okay. Yeah, 3 people go in, -5. Yeah. I get it now. I can't believe I brought maths into the stream. I feel so dirty. Follow me, mein Herr. So basically, if you have a room with 0 people in, then 3 people enter. Now you've got plus 3 people in the room. Then 5 people leave. Now you have -2 people in the room. So if 2 more people enter, now you have 0 people again. Because it's maths. No, there wasn't really any actual maths in the stream. But it's still, it's tangentially related to maths, and that's bad enough, quite frankly. No, I must need to get past him and into the Radius. Oh, he's fucking keeping watch. Hold it right there. You are not allowed in there. Oh, damn it. That's Victor Adler, leader of the Social Democratic Party. If I weren't in a hurry to meet Professor Reginek, I would go and introduce myself. Yeah, he did waddle, and waddle straight over. I'm gonna get some sacre torta. Hell yeah. While he's busy, I'm gonna sneak. Finally. Bust our way in. And who do we have here? Oh, I do believe that's one of my students. Theodore, isn't it? That's right, Professor Reginek. Well, come on in. What can we do for you? Theodore, it's good to see you. I apologize for bursting in on you like this. What can I help you with? Where's Professor Nenner? I don't know. He's been missing for a while now. Yes? Sorry. I have a favor to ask of you. Oh? I have a cousin who wants to study physics at the university. Bravo, but why come to me? Maria is a girl. A woman. Almost a woman. Ah, then I understand all too well. Is she bright? Like the sun at midday. She wants to follow in the path of Marie Curie. Bright and ambitious, then. Please tell her to come talk to me. I promise I will do whatever I can to see that she is allowed to enroll. Thank you, Professor. Thank you. Good day to you, Professor Zoller. Good day to you, too. I wanted to speak to Professor Reginek. Do I look like Professor Reginek? Please conclude your business with her and leave. Alright, well, we've done our bit, so it's gonna... Roger Moore voice. A woman. Hell yeah. Didn't even get thrown out. Professor Reginek's vote was all it took. The faculty would grumble and wave their arms as usual, but in the end the professor almost always prevailed. Maria was allowed to enroll. She was an actual professor. Not officially, no. But that's what the students called her. And even some of the faculty members. A remarkable woman. I remember when she was leaving the university to write this book. Professor, why must you go to Manchester? Because my students all need so much attention. Where would I find the time to write my book? Well, I for one don't want to accept this change. I'll miss you. I will miss you all too. We need something to remember you by. I would have thought to mark the... I would have thought the mark I gave you on your last exam would be enough, Richard. Oh, I need to listen to Kill James Bond. Oh, something to remember her by. Oh, a photographer. We should take a picture. However, that man is currently talking to the photographer. Trying to discourage anyone from going to Manchester would be nice. I'm glad the market is becoming safer. There were a lot of shady people here, according to the papers. So there was closed up a couple of stores. Hello, boy. Good morning. Could you and your father move? He's busy. Well, I can see that. But I really need to talk to that gentleman. That's a photographer. Yes. You'll have to wait. Just like me. Wait and wait and wait and wait. I get it. Can you help me? I'm bored. If you give me something to play with, maybe I'll help you. I don't suppose you like vegetables. Ugh, no, you can just wait, you know. That's apparently what good boys do. I think Lucas might have something that might entertain the boy. Yeah, essential oil sounds is gone, baby. Alright, talk to Lucas. Lucas? Yes? Could I have some of those snap bangs? I don't want to cause a riot. There are always police patrolling. Don't worry, it'll be fine. What do you want them for? It's complicated, but I don't need many. Maybe just 5? Alright, but I don't have a lot more after that. Thank you. Be careful with them, alright? Of course. Not that essential. Ayo. Oh, I love jokes like that. Oh. Hello, boy. Good morning. Here, I have some for you. What are they? If you throw them on the ground, they go boosh. Ooh, gimme, gimme, gimme. But you should only throw one at a time. Where'd you get that? That's enough. Let's go. Oh, we got that little got that little boy in trouble. Did not go as I hoped, but at least no riot. And now I can talk to the photographer. Oh, oil-based puns make me livid. Fucking hell. Yes? Could you take a group picture of me and my friends over there? No, of course. Just gather everyone together in front of the camera. And then you've all got to stay perfectly still for just about 40 minutes. Professor, a photographer. How about a picture? Perfect. A secondary change to maintain a state we're in right now. I wonder if everything will change now. Yeah, I don't know if you're thinking about this train. This isn't something we really touched on, but it might be worth remembering roughly the time period we're in. Why we might be on this train. But boys. Excuse me. Yes. Say, do you play the harmonica or only polish it? Boys, Mummy is teaching. What brings you on this train today? Me. My family. I'll be sending them money. That's very noble of you. I'll finally be able to help support them. Excuse me. Traveling far? What do you think? I'm headed south for a vacation. Is there any news? No front page, only local news. First math, now you expect me to know basic history. I'm sorry, but we're gonna learn. Anything about Vienna? Yes, anything interesting? Just an article about an exhibition opening. Franz Markert, the portrait artist. Portrait artist, you call him? How about the genius? The shooting star? The rich portrait artist? His art has so much truth to it. A former professor at the mathematics faculty at the University of Vienna. Zoller, the mathematician. Yes, that's what it says. Professor Zoller, he's involved in medicine now. A concert at the Musikverein. Arthur Caban. An Arthur Caban musical production. Yes. Do you know him? I met him once. He came to our village. This means nothing to me. Oh, Vienna. Good song. Franz Markert? You know him? Yes, I know him. And his work. Quite well, as a matter of fact. Although we've never met. His copy is coming along nicely. Oh, he's a forger! Get it showing my latest portrait this evening at the salon. I'm very proud of you. A tough subject, as you'll see. I'm sure you captured him or her admirably. Margaret himself, another exhibition. More work for you, poor old fellow. Thanks for inviting me, Margaret. Hold it right there. He's right behind me. I need to hide somewhere. You won't escape this time. Sir. You dropped your painting. How can this be? Hold it right there. You keep it. What is it? It's one of mine. Well, it must be pretty good. It must be pretty good if even the artist himself mistook it for one of his own. Nicole! Oh. Have you seen a little girl? She's running away again. All I have seen is an angel standing right in front of me. Excuse me? You're beautiful. Sir, I asked you about a little girl, Nicole. Ah, so it was your gorgeous voice echoing through the street, calling me here to you. I take it your name is Nicole then as well? My dear. You can call me whatever you desire. What I desire is for you to tell me whether you've seen Nicole or not. You daredevil, Romeo, man of your dreams. Man of my nightmares, more like. Now that you mention it, I did see a little girl. Which direction did she go? Well, I could tell you. But promise I'll meet you again. Ugh. Halt! Oh. Remember me? Yeah, fucking... keep it in your pants. Good lord. Dude's got some legs on him though. He can fucking book it if he needs to. He's absolutely tearing it through Vienna here. He's gotta go fast. You cannot escape. What am I supposed to do with that? Don't you dare move. They're blocking my way. Stay right there. Don't worry, officer. I can't run away. You got me. I can't climb the fence. I have you at last. I encountered the markers often, but I was beneath their interest. I was invisible to them. Probably because I'm not a very outgoing person. I decided that should change. So you are a street artist? You copy famous paintings for the tourists? Something like that. Margaret's early works weren't as sophisticated as his later portraits. It feels as if he were an overnight sensation. I like to think the people around him, his patron, Great Lavnishak, and even I in my own small way, helped him in evolving so quickly. We were never formally introduced, but I made my presence felt. I know! Yeah, what are they paying this cop? Jesus Christ. Fucking brutally loyal. Yeah, it is weird of people who have that amount of skill and they still choose to just forge. It's a little odd. I wonder, is this the right place? Over there, Gustav Klimt. Is that Vilma Dörfel? The young lady accompanying Professor Kaban is a new protege. Can that be Lavnishak the critic? Of course that is Fräulein Lavnishak. Everyone knows her. You oaf. What did you call me? Who's that person? A failed artist? Or a beggar? Maybe both. Forgery pays, original not necessarily. I suppose that's true. I suppose that is. I suppose you've got a point there. Sadly, tragically, some people have technical skills but no imagination and stuff to eat. I suppose you're right. I think it's because I'm someone who doesn't have technical skills. I think maybe like bitterly, bitterly questioning. Yeah, I mean, of course, yes, it is. But I you know, it's not. We're not justifying it. Just kind of explaining why it happens, I suppose. Yes, this is definitely the place. Such a distinguished audience. Ugh, dressed like this. I stand like a donkey among racehorses. I need a disguise. Clothes make the man. Let's steal some clothes. I don't think anyone would mind me borrowing that jacket. Hey, cleans up pretty well. Yeah, no, you're totally right. You're 100% right. Skillified imagination is craftsmanship and gives us many useful objects such as wickerwork, picnic baskets. Yeah, that's a fair point. Although there's an art to that as well, I'd say. He certainly does not belong in here. I should find a proper disguise first. I'll take the hat as well. Almost couture. Excuse me, I seem to have misplaced my glass. Here you go, mein Herr. Cheers. Is this enough? Okay, well, let's start with Klimt then. Gustav. Yes? A pleasure to make your acquaintance. And yours, Herr Weber. Paul Weber. Ah, yes. How do you know Franz Marquardt? Well, I discovered him. Were you not here when I introduced him? I'm afraid my aunt was terribly sick that day. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you know what Marquardt's latest subject is? He wouldn't tell me. But we shall see in a few moments, won't we? Please excuse me. Oh, is it Tom Stoppard? Ah, that's interesting. I do like Tom Stoppard. Good evening. Fräulein Lavnishak. Good evening. Do I know you from somewhere? You don't remember me? I'm terribly sorry, but I can't recall your face. I'm sorry. I can't seem to remember where we met either. Well, if you do, please enlighten me. I need to find out more about Fräulein Lavnishak. Talk to Klimt about it? Waiter, maybe? Let's get drunk. That's gonna help. This guy who clearly has very poor impulse control. You wouldn't happen to know something about the guests here? What would you like to know? What is Fräulein Lavnishak like? She's a genius if I ever saw one. Painting is easy. What? but distinguishing art from the mundane, I'm not quite sure I agree. And real from fake, that is hard. Well, if you put it that way, some imitations are indeed quite good. What? You missed my point entirely. Never mind. Can you tell me something interesting about Marquette? I'm afraid the answer to that request is no. Do you often work events like these? Yes, when I'm not serving at the cafe. I try to focus on events of cultural significance. How can you tell what's culturally significant? Oh, you must be joking. Ugh. Just look at the people that are gathered here. The creme de la creme of Vienna. The last time I saw them all in one place was when I waited table at Herr Klimt's birthday. Ah, interesting. It is, isn't it? Well, thank you. Klimt's birthday. Fräulein Landschack must have been there as well. You again. Did you remember where we met? We met at Gustav's birthday party. Ah, there were so many there. You must excuse my hazy memory. It's no trouble. What did you want to speak to me about? What about... Just between the two of us, do you know who his latest subject is? You will see soon enough, will you not? Nevertheless, from what I hear, he or she was a challenging subject. I can tell you that it is someone he was quite familiar with. Oh, most interesting. Was there anything else? What are you doing these days? Oh, a rather personal question, wouldn't you say? I'm sorry, it's just that I so look forward to your critiques. Aha. Well, was there anything else? Who Market will paint next? Well, he has been toying with the idea of visiting Berlin. Has he now? To gain a much needed change of perspective, yes. Alright, well, we've clearly annoyed her enough. Keep painting, Markert. We can make a fortune together. Ralph is here. Well, you were just in my lap. Why are you walking over my keyboard? Come on, then. Lie down. Good gracious. You're an art dealer? I sell paintings, yes. Here's my card. I am always pleased to welcome new patrons. Yeah. Yes, and I've sold a couple of yours already, Herr Klimt. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Since none of us know what tomorrow may bring, I may as well confirm what you already suspect. I'm a forger. You copy an artist's work and sell it as an original. Only fine art, understand. There's so much dreck on display these days. I copy only the best. You copy more than one Marquette, I take it. How could I not? Marquette was a dream come true. I copied several of his earliest works, then sold them to rich tourists who knew no better. But tourists are in short supply these days. True. But no, I recognize the problem. My mistake. What were you going to say? He outgrew both himself and, unfortunately, me. Ladies and gentlemen, please gather round. It is time for the unveiling of France's latest work. Who will it be? Any ideas? His subjects from all classes, all walks of life. It's impossible to know. I hope it's a man. It's said he has affairs with all of his female students. What you mean is you hope he paints you. Well, of course I would be honored. It's the portrait before, remember, when I asked you who he should paint. He painted his granddad. I knew at once there was no way I could copy that. Have you seen his most recent paintings? Yes. His work has turned darker of late. As if the light were going out of the world. We're getting closer to wherever it is we're going. Excuse me. Yes? Do you know any other songs? I know one. I can try... I know that piece. The Lion Song. Wilma Durfel composed it. I know it as well. It's a classic. And I. You couldn't walk across the university without hearing someone rehearsing it in the music school. Or humming it on the way to class. She's my sister. Oh right, and Mozart's my uncle. I can usually tell when someone's lying to me, and I think our friend here speaks the truth. Nonsense. Look at his clothes. Farmer's idea of dressing well. Tell us about your sister. Wilma didn't always live in Vienna. She grew up on a farm with Mama, Papa and me. But one night that all changed. Tell us. Oh, she fiddles real good. Well played, big sister. We have to hurry, Otto. Papa told us to be home before 10. I'll collect the money. The young one plays well. Wilma is self-taught, and she writes many of her own songs. What's that you say? She's elf-taught? You think I'm daft? I suppose elves made her violin. She taught herself to play, and Papa bought her violin in milk. Oh. Well, here then. Thank you. I'm glad you liked what you heard. Oh. Oh, please don't go that way. Ow. Ow, that really hurt. Ow, he really ripped my thigh. Ow. Oh, that's gonna bleed. For fuck's sake. Oh, he's brave going up to these guys. They don't look very pleased. Send your sister over, boy. That's something I'd like to discuss with her. If you enjoy the songs, could you spare a few kronen? That isn't all I want to enjoy. She plays the violin for money, that's all. Now pay up or shut up. What's your mouth, twig, or I'll snap you in two. You just try it, huh? Big mouth. Sirs, my songs are meant to soothe, not sour. I'm sure Otto, and my papa, and my three uncles would not take kindly to anyone who spoiled the mood. She's right. They're a fearful lot of Durfels. Does you want our money? Oh, yes. Here. Money for the music. Oh, fucking gross guy. Please give my regards to your wife. I could have beaten him. Someday I'll show you how strong I am. I don't recognize him, and he looks like he should have at least some coin on him. This is Professor Caban. He has an offer for Wilma. And what do you want from my sister? Young man, I assure you my intentions are honorable. Oh? I'm Arthur Caban. Here's my card. As you'll see, I'm a professor of musical theory. From Vienna. Oh, really hurt my thigh. Fucking cat. It was only by chance that Professor Caban stopped at the inn on his way to Salzburg. He was very impressed with Wilma's songs, and told us he would try to arrange a scholarship for her at the institute where he taught. God. He It was a dream come true for her, one her parents could not have paid for. She must have been thrilled at the opportunity. She wasn't, though. Our farm in the village were all she knew. Vienna sounded big and terrifying. What was it like growing up with a prodigy like Wilma? A prodigy? Wilma? She was years older than Mozart. Most girls her age were already married. Okay then. What was it like growing up with your big sister? Well, of course big sisters are given to younger brothers to tease. Of course. She could hear music even when none was played. I guess it came from inside her. She'd close her eyes and listen, lost to the world. And naturally, you were respectful of that. Naturally. Well, no. It was the perfect time to steal her violin and hide it. Perfect. I'll show him that I can play too. Alright? It's right there. I just need to wait for the right moment. Back here, Wilma should not be able to see me. So, weirdly, this game has a stealth section right at the end. It's mostly like red light, green light. Oh, I'm gonna get a little bit closer. Otto! I'm telling you, it wasn't easy. It took skill and daring to steal that violin. Where did you hide it? Oh, someplace out of the way, but safe. I didn't want anything to happen to it. Again. Did you take up the harmonica because of your sister? I guess I did in a way. My papa gave it to me. I'm not even very good at it. At least not as good as Wilma. There was always music in her. That's another story. You ask a lot of questions. Well, I'm a journalist. Well, at least I was. There isn't much more to tell. It was after Wilma got her violin. We don't have much, so naturally, I was jealous. Well done. Both of you. Let's sing it again. Wilma, what is it? Did we miss a note? No, you played it as written. We sang it as written. Oh, here we go again. Then what is wrong? Can't you hear it, Papa? This passage here. And now clouds float. The notes are so boring. But we always sing it like that. I want to sing it the same way. But it's boring. Now hold on, both of you. Papa, you need to play better notes. Can't you hear how exciting it could be? Show me. Me? You play, Papa, not Wilma. Let your sister try, Otto. Fine. It's alright, show us. Like this? That's very good. Boys. I'll so noisy. You can hear him grunting in the background. A big old grumpus. It's not our song anymore. They doesn't have to be so well matched. Each can have its own life. Aha. Go on, keep playing. Wait. Then we should change what we sing too. Oh? What do you have in mind? I could come up with something too. Let's see. Flowers have sprung. And the clouds are gone. We're singing with my papa. And the bugs have much fun. Alright, you can sing that if you want to. Now Wilma, play. There. Can you play it like this? No, you're right. The violin is yours, Wilma. Keep it. Play it. Make your music. Oh. She trembled, looked down on the violin in her hands. Her eyes were shining. That was the beginning. I wish I'd heard her in concert. I wonder when I'll hear another concert. There will always be music, my friend. Even here. Chugga 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 chugga. We've only got 22 kilometers left. Gentlemen, you've done the impossible. You've taken my mind off our destination. I thank you. Not so fast. You were a journalist. You must have a story to tell. Alas, it is a short one. I wanted to write, but my family was against it. A baron's son must naturally be in the military, so I couldn't continue writing. I wish I had a story like one of yours. All four of us are certainly headed for a story of some kind. Although yours will be somewhat different, I think. How do you mean? We three are enlisted men. 5th Army here. The same. 5th Army, yes. Headed for the camp west of the Drina River. But you're an officer. 6th Army, yes. It's that obvious. Not only that, but you boarded the train at Wiener Neustadt. The military academy is there. Six months training to be a leader of men? What does it take to be a leader of men? I don't know. The men must trust me. I must trust myself. Yes, if you're afraid, they'll be afraid. Don't be me. Afraid I'll have nothing to say. Copy others instead of trusting my own talent. You could have starved. I could have cut my ear off for love. But I'll never know if I could have succeeded because I never tried. I didn't believe in myself. Otto, you're going to war to support your family? It's why Wilma left home. Now it's my turn to help. But I have no talents to speak of. It doesn't take much talent to point a rifle and pull the trigger. More than you might think, young man. Yep. It's war, baby! The powder keg is blown. I'll tell you this. I'm no coward. I'll be at the front of the charge. Think about what you just said. Oh, if he wants to die, let him. Yes, your sister had talent, but she did not just waltz onto the top of the stage. It took time and effort to become who she is now. Yes, she did wait and listen. Her music was truthful and aware, but I gave my word. I'll fight until my last breath if I must. Playing the hero. What's wrong with that? Your blood is like fire in your veins. Yes, it feels like that. Is that wrong? It's not, but you must prepare for what's coming. How did your sister prepare for writing her song? She faced her fears head on. She never accepted any help. But you're not alone on the battlefield. Your comrades in arms must trust you, just like your family trusted in Wilma. That song will remind you of home, of family, friends, loved ones. I won't let them down. You will if you rush heedlessly into enemy fire. You cannot be faultless. To be faultless is to be blind. Blind? I don't understand. Adrenaline will drive you, but never ever let it blind you. You've been in this situation before. Your story, the man at the inn where your sister played. Your family needed the money, and you swallowed your anger and took it. Oh, I never should have taken that money. Staying calm. You make it sound so easy. But it's not. It's the most difficult thing there is. Wilma's choices seem to have had great influence on your life. Even watching from the sidelines, I was changed. Will you think about what I've said? Yes, I will. Paul, why are you on this train? I'm not interested in hearing your platitudes. You helped me, let me help you. You can't. Why? Tell me why you enlisted. I didn't, Lieutenant. I was drafted. Theodore, why did you enlist? Because war is madness. Oh, that makes so much sense. How do wars start? Greed for wealth for land. Fear of those who are not like us and therefore must mean us harm. Revenge for a zealot's bullet. And you think you can stop all that? Probably not. Not by myself, anyway. But I thought I could at least try. I know that sounds foolish. Do you mean you have political ambitions? Yes. Who makes the decisions to make war? Politicians, not soldiers. If more politicians spend time facing an enemy bayonet to bayonet, maybe they would try harder to find another solution. A solution? Like you did with that photo when your professor was leaving? Instead of lamenting, you took change into your own hands. Precisely. You sound very passionate about this. And naive, I suppose. You remind me of myself. How? Well, I became a journalist, hoping to expose evil and celebrate truth. And did you? Before your family intervened? No, I wrote a column about domestic trifles. Recipes, decorating, throwing parties, household tips. Oh. Perhaps I should have assumed a different identity as well. Like that professor of yours. I might have been able to overcome this hurdle. Seeing yourself in different shoes might just help you too? Yes, as someone who is courageous. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the posture check. I was trimping. Oh, I forgot to change it. It shouldn't be just one per stream. Thank you for reminding me. I'll change it right after the stream. But thank you for the posture check. You've seen more in me than I do. Naturally. Just like Reshnishek. How so? Wouldn't you call it brave that your professor took over Nenner's classes? Yes, of course. Extraordinarily so. But how am I brave? You're putting your life on the line for your beliefs. And what if people listened? How do I know that what I'm proclaiming is what's right? You're a scientist, are you not? What of it? You can't know you're right, but when there's new data, you adapt your theory. Rejicek did in the duel with Zoller, remember? She could have destroyed his career, but something changed in that lecture hall. She acknowledged his efforts and respected him. Yes, together they accomplished so much more. I wish I could be as sure as you are. You studied mathematics. You understand odds. Of course. I would bet on you. I'm sure your professor would too. It does sound like something she would do. Based on all you've told us, it seems the changes she brought were not just for her, but for everyone. What do you mean by that? She did not just focus on her own theories. She changed something in others around her through her teaching. And I can too. We're almost there. Then I must change. My men must see me in uniform. We're coming to the station. Where's Paul? He left just after you did. I don't think he'll be joining us at the front. He won't if he gets shot deserting. He must still be on the train though. I will go and look for him. Paul. You're leaving us? Are you going to try to stop me? You never told us if you painted your own pictures. Why would I? I'm a forger. For a friend? Someone you love? Or for yourself? Not for profit, just for you. There was someone, Frida. We understood each other. Like Lavnishak and Markert? I suppose. What makes you think you know me, son of a baron? We're all questioning ourselves, aren't we? But think about it. Copy Markert won last time. He didn't shy away from challenge. But even he didn't dare paint his greatest critic. See, that changes. In the first playthrough that I did, I painted her, and he didn't say that. Obviously. The train is slowing. No, it's your decision. We were right. You will make a good leader. I'll do my best. Please leave me now. I have a decision to make. He came back. I'm glad you reconsidered, Paul. Gentlemen, we go to different battles, but I would be proud to have you in my command. I will do everything in my power not to fail my men. If I fail them, I would be failing you. My name is Albert Vogel. Everyone calls me Bert. Otto Durfel. Paul Weber. Theodor Lechner. In 1914, shortly after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, men were drafted. It was the beginning of the First World War. Otto went to war to defend his family and his country, but he got to see his parents again. Paul stopped running away. Committing to something for the first time in his life, he returned to Frida. And a few years later, that commitment turned into a small, happy family. In the 4 years of war, something inside of Theodor changed. Pursuing a career in politics, he swore to prevent another war at all costs. And that worked out for everyone. For a short amount of time, Wilma's music was a huge success. She was the darling of all Vienna. But one day Wilma returned to her hometown. While she never stopped writing music, she took up teaching it. One late autumn afternoon, a woman stepped into Leah's Padanis inn. She'd sat down silently. When asked what she'd like to have, he smiled and answered, A plate of your world-famous dumplings, Leos. The music that brightened the early years of the 20th century fell silent after the outbreak of the war. Franz Markin must have done something to change his grandfather's mind. He began climbing again soon after his grandson's success. The young painter accompanied Greta to Berlin, where they would love one another for a short, intense period of time. Franz was drafted 1 year after the war broke out. In the brief quiet before dawn, he drew the layers of his comrades. In 1918, Gustav Klimt died, marking the end of an era. Emma Reznicek moved to the United Kingdom, accepting an offer to become lecturer for mathematics at a university in Yorkshire. Throughout the 20th century, many scientific discoveries were credited to Emma's proof of the Reznicek state. Emma kept writing to Nicole for the rest of her life. Nicole found that she didn't hate quite as many things as she used to. During the war, the University of Vienna was transformed into a military hospital, but lessons continued to be learned wherever students and their teachers could meet. The First World War came to an end in 1918. The total number of military and civilian casualties amounted to more than 38 million lives. And that's the end of the game. Oh goodness, I was getting weepy. And I got like this last time too. Ugh. The painter, he created a family. It said he got back from the war and he started a family. Oh, no, oh, yes, sorry. I think it didn't say if he survived the war, I suppose. That's a good point. Now, one thing we can say is actually that Albert Vogel was a real person. He actually did exist. And he did survive the war. Oh my god, sorry. Thank you for the... I've got to fix the redeems. Yes, Albert Vogel did survive the war, but he doesn't say in the game. But he did. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about whether or not Margaret survived the war. But I'm going to switch over to the thank you screen. And we're going to close this down, and I am a little bit sad, but I'm not that sad. God, very neat game. I'm really glad that you enjoyed this one. I'm super pleased. It's been really good. It's been really good to showing it to you, and it's been good to do another playthrough. We're gonna start a new one next week. I'm probably gonna do a poll for that one because I've got a couple of games that I'm curious to do. So I will do a poll in the Discord. You can find a link to that underneath the video window. But for now, I'm gonna pop you off. Where should we send you to? I think we're gonna go to. Let's bring you over to Halls. Halls is streaming. I think she's streaming Advance Wars, which seems sort of appropriate, although also kind of not. But thank you all so much for watching. It's been so great to have you on this long stream. We've gone for over 3 hours. But if you're joining the Discord, you'll see a poll from me probably in the next couple of days, and you can select the next game. But until then, I want to say a huge thank you for everyone who watched the Lion Song, and I hope that you have a lovely rest of your weeks. And until then, bye bye.